Hello, welcome to the Play Properly channel. In this video, we're going to be looking at the Blaster vs. Soundwave 35th anniversary starter pack here. This is exclusively at the San Diego Comic-Con and through Hasbro Pulse. I managed to get my hands on one. And yeah, so we're going to open this up. First off, I just want to note some of the differences here. So you're looking at the original artwork for these characters from their original issue date back in the day. There's some original artwork there too. So this is all pretty cool. Definitely brings me back to my little kids days. Always nice to have memories of back then, back when I used to be known as a Transformer kid. And yeah. So I'm going to put this on pause for a second. I'll be right back once we get this thing open. Alright, we're back. So we got the box open and we got the top plastic off. So we'll take a look at Blaster here first. So we got a 5 attack, 14 health, 1 defense. When you flip to this mode, deploy a mini cassette from under this to the battlefield in bot mode. When you do, play the top card of your deck. And then here's his alt mode, 0 attack, 14 health, 2 defense. Your starting limit increases by 1 for each mini cassette on your starting team. This starts the game with all mini cassettes on your starting team under it. And this is a 10-star Blaster. And then we got Soundwave, 4, 15, and 2. When you flip this mode, deploy a mini cassette from under this to the battlefield in bot mode. And when you do, look at your opponent's hand and choose a card from it. Your opponent puts that card on top of their deck. Then on the other side, 0, 15, and 2. Your star limit increases by 1 for each mini cassette on your starting team. Starts the game with all mini cassettes on your starting team under it. And then it basically starts with 10 stars. Just so you know, you're in the game, you're on each team, you're allowed 25 stars. Alright, so let's see what we get here. I'm trying to do this with the reflector. It's kind of hard when there's kind of foil on here, not to get some kind of reflection here. I'm doing my best here. So we got Steel Jaw, Bold 1, and 3, 9, and 1 character in bot mode. And of course, cassette mode, 0, 9, 1 with stealth. And when you flip this mode, each of your characters gets Bold 1 until the end of the turn. Did I fully read this one? Yeah, it's just Bold 1. So, yeah, so that's Steel Jaw. And he is 5 stars. Then we got Ramhorn, 3, 9, 1. When this defends, you may play white armor. So it gives you an ability to play an extra card. And you got stealth on the back. When you flip this mode, you may move an armor from one of your characters to another one. So that's Ramhorn. And then we've got Eject, 3, 9, 1. When this defends, enemies can't use Bold this turn. And on the other side, you got Stealth. When you flip this mode, look at the top 2 cards of your deck. You may scrap them. So if you don't like what you got drawing up. So that is Eject. Then we got Ravage, 3, 9, 1 with a Pierce 2. Each of your characters that has 10 stars or less, that has 10 stars or more has Tough 1. On the back, Stealth. When you flip this mode, one of your characters gets Pierce 2 until the end of the turn. So that's Ravage. Then we got Buzzsaw, 3, 9, 1. When this attacks, you may play a blue weapon. And Stealth, when you flip this mode, you may move a weapon from one of your characters to another one. By the way, I think these are all 5 stars probably. Forgot to double check that with some of these guys. Yeah, they're all 5 stars. And then we got Frenzy. When this attacks, enemies can't use Tough this turn. And Stealth. And you flip this mode, your opponent reveals the top 2 cards on their deck. You may have your opponent scrap those cards. And then you got each side's decks. As usually. Alright, so we got Blaster side here done. So what do we got here? We got a rare, so Recover Cassette, blue icon. If you have Blaster or Soundwave on the battlefield, you may put one of your mini cassettes from the battlefield under it. If you do, repair 2 damage from one of your characters, then put this card into your KO area. So once it's used, it's gone. I got Daring Counterattack. So you get to choose one of your characters. If it gets +1 attack until the end of the turn for each Autobot mini cassette in your KO area. If you have Blaster on the battlefield, the chosen character also gets Pierce 6 till the end of the turn. So you get a couple of those. Oh, we got some double orange. That's nice to see. Interpret the Airways. It's a 1-star cost. Play only if Blaster was on your starting team. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck and put them back in any order. So you get 2 of those. Destructive Rhythm. White card for each mini cassette you have on the battlefield. The upgraded character has Tough 1. I'm going to interpret the Airways again. Destructive Rhythm. Recover Cassette. Flamethrower, Force Field. These are kind of common cards in the other decks. Grenade Launcher, Incoming Transmission, Zap, Backup Beam, Escape Route, Handheld Blaster for the double blues, Pep Talk, Vaporize, Basic Combat Protocol, and a new little instruction booklet. Sorry if I don't kind of go through some of these other cards here, but maybe I should go through them. I don't know. Flamethrower is just basically a Bold 2 weapon. Force Field is an armor. If you take 5 or more damage, just scrap this card and take 4 instead. Grenade Launcher you get to put on. It gives you +4, but you know scrap it after your attack. Incoming Transmission, you draw 2 cards and put a card from your hand on top of your deck. Zap, you get to do 1 damage to any enemy. Backup Beam gives you a weapon, it gives you a Bold 2, flip more cards. Escape Route, flip one of your characters from bot mode to alt mode. Handheld Blaster gives you Bold 1. Pep Talk allows you to draw 2 cards. Vaporize, scrap an enemy upgrade. And Bold 1 for a utility. Alright, so we'll open up Soundwave side and we'll take a quick look at those cards there. Alright, so let's look at the Soundwave cards here we got. We got Intercept Communications. Play only as Soundwave was on your starting team. Draw 2 cards. Choose a card in your opponent's scrap pile and put it on top of their deck. Buzzsaw, Ravage, Frenzy, Attack. If you have Buzzsaw on the battlefield, draw a card. If you have Ravage on the battlefield, do 1 damage to an enemy. If you have Frenzy on the battlefield, your opponent chooses one of their armors and scraps it. Kind of an interesting card. It kind of forces you to play those 3, though. That's the only downside of that. Inner Groove. Put in mini cassettes only. It's an upgrade utility. It gives you +1 attack, +1 defense. Recover Cassette. Okay, where we went over there to Blaster Soundwave your battlefield. You put one of your mini cassettes for the battlefield under it. If you do, repair 2 damage from one of your characters, then put this card into your KO area. Intercept Communications, Recover Cassette. So you got Blast Shield, not to upgrade character defense, scrap this card. Piercing Blaster gives you a Pierce 3. You got Escape Route, flipping your character from bot mode to alt mode. Handheld Blaster gives you Bold 1. Pep Talk, draw 2 cards. Scoundrel's Blaster, put in Skepticals only. When upgrade character's attacking Autobot is Pierce 2. Calculated Strike, one of your characters gets +2 and Pierce 2 to the end of the turn. And you get Dismantle, scrap an enemy weapon or armor. Smoke Cloak gives you Tough 1. And then you get Steady Shot, one of your characters gets +2 attack till the end of the turn. And you get the damage counter. And there you have it. So this is the Soundwave versus Blaster. If you're not getting the 35th anniversary thing, you'll still get the same cards in the deck. It's just the pictures will just look different. I'll probably get one of those anyways as a backup. But yeah, and thank you for watching the Play Property channel.